Welcome back, everybody, to this wonderful morning on our beautiful farm and somewhere in French. And we are getting ready to plant this field, and then we will be all done planting for the spring, unless we want to cause more risk and buy another field with an even bigger loan. But I think our loan is already high enough at something like $500,000. So let's avoid taking out another loan. The This field, I believe we said is longer east to west. So let's plant some end rows going north first. And is this planter folded up? It is. We need to unfold it. And we'll back up here to the edge. I hope you got fresh coffee. It is early in the morning. I got mine sitting right next to me here in my little cup holder in this beautiful tractor. Fritz, as we named him, even though he is a 724. And let's get cracking. We're going to want to do markers. I generally don't do GPS on the end rows, even though I believe that's what real farmers do that have GPS. If you're just joining us, our farm is in a pretty good state. We have almost all the crops planted this spring. We've taken care of animals a couple times, even though we started the game with a little bit too many animals than I should be rightly able to handle. We had to buy a lot of pig food. We had to buy a lot of bales of hay with the buy bales mod. And if you're just joining us, I did mark up the price for those bales to kind of simulate this being like a little village out in the middle of nowhere. So nobody's doing hay, to sell. It's not freely available, so you have to pay a little bit more for it, and it also kind of forces me to play smartly. The tractors, I think, all need maintenance. We can look here and see, okay, 13 hours. So we'll be able to wait until the summer to do maintenance on all the tractors, and hopefully we can start doing some grass work at some point soon, because we have not had silage all game. I thought it would be fun to start with animals, but it is turning out to be a huge chore. So let's back up here. We'll do, let's see, that's kind of hard with the curb and the fence there. So I think our first pass to the west, we will have to, or is that, yeah, that's west. We'll have to do that. Let's just turn around here as best we can. And we'll start our end row kind of where we left off with the other planter, which I think, after we back up to get straight here, I think is right about there. So we'll drop the planter, drop the marker, and let's go. Take a sip of coffee here while I'm on the end row. Oh, I love coffee. I love coffee because coffee loves me. I am not a morning person, but with coffee, it just makes the world a better place. And we are done with that end row. We'll raise the planter and try to avoid turning around on somebody else's field. Got it just a little bit there. Maybe that's not too bad. Try to go in as straight as possible. And we don't need a marker since this is our very last end row. We will set up GPS on the other pass going, let's get the direction correct. It is west, so we are going west with the main rows. This is actually not west, but our main rows are going east and west. That is what I was trying to say. And we'll try to stop there around where the other row stops and starts. And we back up? Yeah, let's just back up here. Our tractor can push it up the hill there. Alright, we'll kind of swing it so we can make a good and wide turn here. And we should, after we get straight here on the end, I'll set up, oh, I don't want to hit that fence. Okay, we're good. I'll set up GPS here at some point. After we get going, let's make sure we're straight. The last field, I kind of messed it up where I wasn't really all that straight, and because I don't like to play with the GPS lines on, I just kind of eyeballed it. Yeah, and see that's... Let's drive a little bit. Let's get off this hill. It's kind of hard because the tractor has to turn to the right to get past that hill, so might be kind of yeah, see that was angled. It was just hard to confirm that it was at an angle because of the hill. You can't always tell. There we go. That looks much better. So now we can get rid of the lines and stay on GPS. And this edge of the field actually has... Do we even need to make end rows? This end of the field actually has some pretty good turning space. I don't think we need end rows on this side of the field. Which just means that that's more grass we can plow up next year and turn into field. I think I said in previous videos, in Central Illinois on the farm, on our farm, and lots of other area farms, you don't really see hardly any grass. We'll just go all the way through here just to get all that space that we might have missed. You don't really see a lot of grass on the sides of fields. It's kind of a foreign concept to me. Also, trees on the edges of fields, that's a huge no-no because it takes sunlight away from the crops. So there's very little trees in Central Illinois, and there's very little grass other than fields. It's just, so it's, seeing that extra space there next to the fence, that it's like that could be a field, but it's not a field. It's just, it bothers me. But I guess that is the way people farm in the rest of the world. I remember I asked that question in the FSUK website once about what's the deal with hedgerows? Why do they have hedgerows? And it seemed to be a mix of, partly tradition, and then another part was there's like a whole ecosystem just living in the hedgerows, and it's beneficial to the farmers in the fields. And I'm not sure, I forget if it helps with water runoff or drainage or stuff like that. I would imagine it'd be some kind of beneficial for that too. I think it could also be, I don't know if they ever mow those down for, grass for feeding, cows or something close to home. I don't know if that's something that they do or they use, if they use it for that or not, but yeah, it's fascinating. I always love learning about different farms and the way that they farm, in different parts of the world, so... can we make that turn? Yes, we can. And this field's actually going really quick with GPS and only having to do end rows on one side of the field. It's got some nice long straight rows for corn, and that is exactly what we want. We want as many long rows as possible. We probably overdid it with the end rows a little bit. I think we should remember that. I think we really only need about 3. Well, no, 4, because... Yeah, 4 passes just makes it so much quicker like that to turn around. It's a lot quicker. Did I lower in time? Yeah. I think so. Oh! Okay, that was kind of bad. That was embarrassing. We will just pretend that didn't happen. I thought that I was on GPS. I really was not on GPS. So, we will pretend that didn't happen. We'll also pretend that it didn't happen where I thought I was in forward and I kept going in reverse. That didn't happen either. So I'll say it again, I think I have finalized our crop rotation plan. We're going to do corn, followed by soybeans, followed by wheat. Whenever we harvest the wheat, we are going to do manure. No, actually, I changed it. When we harvest the wheat, since we're going to try to plant the wheat early and it'll grow earlier, we're going to harvest the wheat early and then we're going to plant oilseed radish. So that way we'll get some natural fertilizer in there for the following year for corn when we cultivate it. And because we have to cultivate for corn anyway, since this planter is not a no-till planter. We have to till the ground first. So that is the wheat to corn rotation. After corn, we will spread on all the manure and slurry that we have on the corn stubble, and then we will plow it in, and then the next spring we will cultivate, and that will be our soybean fields. Or maybe we'll plow in the oilseed radish, and that'll take care of our plowing every 3 years. Anyway, that's going to be our 3-year. I'm not sure totally about the fertilizer with the oilseed radish in our manure, but in one of those off seasons before corn, we're going to do oilseed radish and or manure. I think we'll be able to do. Oh, let's just do this right. That was a little sloppy. Let's get this straight. So I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do the fertilizing there of the oilseed radish, but that is the basic plan. Corn, soybeans, and then wheat / barley, and we're going to do manure and fertilize in there in the off season sometime before corn. We should have plenty of manure available with all these animals that are pooping all over the place that we haven't cleaned up yet, that we need to take care of. I'm so gonna sell the pigs. They're gonna go to the slaughterhouse. I guess I should also explain. It feels like the first 5 episodes were taking care of the animals, because typically when I start out a map with livestock, I give myself more hay at the farm. I give myself more, pig feed for the pigs, to kind of keep it going until, the summer and the winter, until you build up a stock of supplies for the animals. But I did not do that on this map. I thought that I had enough, but I didn't really. It's kind of more or less Season's fault, where I got so used to giving myself X amount of bales of hay and straw that actually I didn't start this map with any bales of hay and straw, so that's a problem. But yeah, I didn't set it up properly enough. But I typically like starting with livestock just to give you more to do during the off season. But now that there's the Seasons mod, I think that I kind of want to try a map where I just run only arable, which is, that's our farm in real life. So maybe I'll do that with our farm in real life. I'll run only arable. Oh, you know what? That's actually an interesting concept. So I'm making a map. You can check it out. I'll link it on in the description. But I'm making a map. I have a work in progress thread on FSUK. It started out for Farming Simulator 15. I got like 99% completed, but I never finished it. So I'm gonna finish it for 17. If we don't hit the fence there, I'm gonna finish it for 17. And originally, I had wanted all of the animals on the home farm, but in our home farm, we don't have any livestock, and that isn't real. We used to have livestock. Growing up, my dad had pigs, but nowadays, in the U.S. at least, unless you have about 1,000 pigs and have contracts with big companies like Hormel and other producers like that. Yeah, so dad actually got rid of his pigs because he was losing money. When he was growing up, it used to be a dairy farm actually, with his dad, with my grandpa. They used to run a dairy farm, but when Dad took over the farm, he just, is there a path there? I didn't know this field had an exit on this side. That is excellent. Anyway, I'll stop interrupting myself. Grandpa used to run a dairy farm. When Dad took it over, most of you know, who might run a dairy farm, missed a bunch there. Most of you who know that might run a dairy farm know that it's a lot of work to run a dairy farm. And the Seasons mod kind of shows you why. It just requires a lot of time and effort. In the off season, there's almost no downtime, and it was too hard for one person to do. And so he got rid of the cows and got pigs. But as you know, the pigs were sold off later when I was a kid because they just couldn't make money on them. Let's try going on the outside here so we can swing back and get that spot that I missed a little bit. And then we'll finish the field up. Really, this is almost... With the Seasons mod, you really want to make sure that you have the correct sized equipment, because otherwise it's going to be a full year until you can use it again, right? Just like real life. And so if you're not using it and it's just sitting in a shed year round, then it's going to be really hard to make money because you're paying upkeep on that equipment to do nothing. Which is another reason why having a tractor that you can use for, dairy throughout the year, as well as planting, like we're doing with this tractor, is a lot more profitable. But I think that's how I want to start out my map, with starting arable only, and then, maybe bringing in pigs on the side. So anyway, my point is there's a couple different ways of doing it. One is I can put pigs and cows on the home farm because we used to have pigs and cows there on the home farm. But alternatively, since that doesn't really feel since that's not what we have now. We do not have pigs and cows there. So I'm thinking we could actually set up... Okay, so now... Moment of truth. Do I want to buy another field? Can we buy another field? Let's look at that. Our loan is $460,000. We can take out a loan up to $580,000. That's another. Do I want to go out big? My loan interest is gonna be massive. Here's the deal. I have a couple good soybeans planted. A couple good fields of soybeans planted, and I think 28 is corn. So 28, 10, and 25 are corn. Pigs need 50% corn. I don't think I have enough corn to feed the pigs. So I really don't want to have to sell pigs, although I think we will. We're going to need another field of corn. I can look at 9. I think 11 is way too expensive. I cannot afford 11, but I really want to buy 11. How about this? If we can buy field 11, we'll do it. If we cannot buy field 11, we'll just not buy anything. 188,000. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop driving on the field. That's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to put the corn planter, we're going to return it at home. We're going to wash off Fritz, and then we're going to sell some things because couldn't make that turn. I thought that I could, but I think my weight was in there. I think we're going to need more corn. And if we sell some animals, I really don't want to have to sell pigs, though. I don't want to sell cows. Let's sell milk, and let's see how full we are on wool. How about we do that first? I still think, no, we can't do that. That leaves us with absolutely no capital. I mean, what if I need to buy hay? I won't be able to, I'm going to have to sell a tractor to be able to afford hay? I mean, that doesn't make sense. I could sell Jackie. I mean, honestly, why do I need 2 tractors on a farm this size? Why would I need 2 tractors anyway? I mean, in real life, I don't know any farmer, even the small ones, that have only 1 tractor, because if one breaks down and it's the wrong time of year, I mean, you have to have another tractor. They don't necessarily have to be the same size or, equally as big, but I could sell Jackie. I really like Jackie, though. I don't want to sell Jackie. Oh, Jackie. Why do you do this to me? I don't need 2 tractors. I mean, I really, like, why? Why do I have another tractor? You know? I should wash this off, but I think that we are going to still do some planting. I think I am almost positive I've made up my mind. If not today, we're going to take stock of the farm and sell off some livestock, maybe some equipment that we don't need, and we're going to buy that field. And then we can plant it on Wednesday. It'll be a growth season later, but then again, the soil temperature is just now getting close to 50, which is when corn germinates. So the corn's not even going to germinate if we planted it today anyway. So really, since it's going to be a few days, we should wash off that planter before the dirt gets hard and caked on there. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to be a bad farmer. We're not going to wash it off yet. And let's go take care of livestock. Maybe this is unbelievable. If this is another day where it does not rain, that's I don't know. I guess it's not unbelievable because, you know, weather forecasters are sometimes wrong, but it's a little crazy. Actually, we are going to stop here. We're going to wash off Fritz. Fritz needs a bath. Well, it's more like a shower. More accurately. Alright. There you go, Fritzy. Turn some of that stuff into mud and wash the mud away. That fuel, oh, get that under that fender, oh yeah. Get under those. Those are pretty bad. Now that we have wrapped the cord, or the hose, all the way around the tractor, we gotta run back this way to unwrap it. Make sure the windows are good there, make sure the front weight's good. Make sure our paint job stays nice and fresh and clean. Let's put you away, and off we go with Fritz. Alright. Let's take care of some cows or a sheep. No. I hate everything. I don't... Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to stop while we're here. We're going to pull off. We're going to run across the road. Try not to decapitate ourselves on barbed wire fence. And, oops, I thought this was the sheep pasture. What? Where's the sheep? Oh, they're up further north. Okay. So we're not going to do that. I was going to try to run and see how the sheep were doing, but, you know, it's not going to work. All right, so back to the cows, I think, then, right? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's go back here. I wanted to see how this maintenance thing works with the seasons mod. I don't know if you have to be in the presence of a workshop or if you can just do it anywhere. So let's stop here outside the workshop and press the F1 menu. Let's go back in the tractor, 16 hours. Okay, so it doesn't look like I don't see anything right now. So let's drive inside the workshop area. And so it does not change yet there, but there we go. So left Alt R, maintain $100, yeah. Yeah, I'll maintain you. Alright, so we're gonna have to look at all of our equipment too. I don't know if they just do that on tractors or if you have to maintain your other equipment as well. I forget. We'll figure that out later. For now, let's get out of here and go back to the dairy without hitting anything. Alright, back to the dairy. Yeah, I'm not sure if the weatherman's just really bad or if the storm blew to the north or the south or what's going on there, but that is interesting. We are on our way back to the cows. to take care of them. We really need to do some grass work. That's really actually what we should be doing today. You know, realistically, we should have waited to plant the corn until it was above 50 degrees soil temperature. And, you know, corn's a warm weather crop. It's not, it can't take off in the cold like this. But I explained last episode a little bit. It's partly not my fault. It's because I'm used to, you know, I don't plant wheat or any other crops. So, you know, realistically, you can plant wheat a little bit colder. I mean, you can plant winter wheat. And the problem is, I'm just not used to, like, when I plant, I'm able to plant corn and soybeans, and that's the only two crops we plant. We don't plant anything else. So I'm used to being able to plant all those together. Oh, we got to take those back too. Let's take care of cows first. We need cows first. Okay, so now here's the question. Do I take care of cows first because they are really dirty and they need food? Or do I start making silage first so that we can start getting that fermenting? I think we want to do silage first. No, the cows are going to starve and die. We can't do silage first. Let's take care of the cows first. We'll feed them a few bales of hay, and then we'll try to get some silage going. Alright, if I can drive straight. There we go. Come on. Come on. Why is it not? Am I not under? Is that good enough? I didn't think that would be... Oh! Probably shouldn't have been in the spikes there. Oh well. I didn't think I was forward enough to be able to do that. Are we gonna get that? Or we're gonna lose that one? We're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose it. Leave no bale behind. Oh well. That bale's gone. Alright, we will deliver these. Are there two or three? There's two. Got two bales. This will keep the cows satisfied for now. Let's get in. There we go. And now where did we leave the shovel at? It's way over there. Why is the shovel way over there? Let's scoop out the poop. Pooper scooper. And, oh, that's right. We have that guy for pooper scooper. Oh, we don't need this. We only need... Okay, let's get this back. Let's get this out of here. I can use the skid steer for that stuff. I forgot all about that. We should give the cows some water while we're here. Right? I think they're low on water. They need straw? I guess we can just detach all those at once. Alright. I do like looking at beautiful Fritz from the outside. He looks so pretty. I mean, handsome. He's a boy. Water is low. Let's give them water first here. And then we'll give them water, straw, and then we'll clean up the stuff with the skid steer. I think that's a great plan. Alright, hopefully we have enough water left over in here from the pigs. We did find out that you can fill up this tanker, right, from the... Oh, we're close enough there. It's hard to tell, whole depth perception thing. We did figure out that we can fill up the trailer over by the pigs from the river. So that way we don't have to ever pay for water again. We'll just take it right out of the river. Hopefully the water is good and clean from the river. Let's go this way and dump it in the water trigger out here. Hello, cows. Good morning. Don't worry. I didn't forget about you guys. And I am well practiced at delivering water, so you guys do not need to worry. I think. Unless I crash. And up the hill, and right about here. It's got to be on the right side, I have seen. And come on. Maybe I wasn't close enough. I don't think I was close enough, right? There we go. Unload. Alright. We got plenty of water. Let's get out of here. Hopefully no cows escaped. Gotta do a slalom here so that I don't run over any cows. There we go. Let's go get some straw, and then we can get the heck out of here. Alright, I'm gonna... I hate just dumping things. But, let's just... You know what? Since we don't need to fill up water anymore, let's park this sucker right next to the straw thingy. Straw blower. Because we no longer need to fill it up out there, so I don't need to park it by the hydrant anymore. We'll back it in. Just back it in. And try to cut it so it's straight. There we go. Right, next. Just about perfect. Alright. Let's get out of the cab. We will unhook you. I love looking at tires and seeing them deflated. Well, not deflated. They have weight on them. Deflation is when the air goes out of them, I think, technically. So I'm not sure what that's called. But you see the compression, I guess, on the tire might be more accurate. All right, let's line up the drawbar there and hook up. And so, how much straw do we have in you? We got at least part of a bale and then another round bale, our very last round bale. And if I remember correctly, which is, when it comes to animals, it's possible this is inaccurate. But I think we have to go outside to fill up the straw. I mean, not outside. Outside to inside. You know what I mean. I forgot to oh my, how long was that door open? Well, we'll keep it open now because we're going to clean out with the skid steer, but that's bad. Hopefully we didn't lose any cows to the, I don't know where they'd go, to the open road. Right, I have enough to feed that. And did that use the rest of that other bale or not? Nope. So we still got one bale. And I have to not run over cows. Oh my goodness, he was inside. Well, that cow's dead. Alright, we're starting to get some slurry in there. That is nice. Starting to stockpile some manure too. This is great. Starting to get a little money from the animals. I failed to realize it's slightly downhill there, and I picked up too much speed, and I couldn't stop in time for the corner. Okay, I'm careful in real life. Okay, it's only when I talk and drive, so just I don't want any backlash from you guys. Just shut up. Okay. Look, I can drive. I can drive in real life. See? Look at me back up this trailer. Ugh. Yeah, now we got this. Oh yeah. And stop. Look, I didn't hit anything, but it was probably because I wasn't talking. So PTO and detach. And how are we doing on straw? We're gonna need, well, they don't take nearly as much straw, fortunately, but I think that we will probably have to, I don't know if we'll buy any before fall. Hopefully we can harvest some our wheat a little bit early. All right, let's back up here. And the game plan is we are going to take some of this milk to... Oh, I didn't close this gate either. I am a horrible farmer. I'm a horrible livestock farmer. I'm a great agricultural farmer. Arable farmer, whatever it's called. You know, I use the word arable to some of my friends here in the U.S. and they're like, "What? what's arable?" Apparently, it's not a term that most people know. All right, let's back in here so I can actually get out of the tractor. And okay, we'll go this way. There, are you happy? No, you're not happy because you weren't far enough. There we go. Now we're hooked up. And let's fill this up. Which is I. Oh, no, I think we gotta pull forward. That's right. Alright, let's go forward until we hit that trigger. Let's make sure we're on the... There we go. R. Okay, so we're gonna start refilling. Oh, and the rain's coming. We missed out on our chance to do grass. Well, I wouldn't say missed out because by the time we would have gotten to the field with the mower, it probably would have been raining anyway. Alright, let's run her over here to the skid steer while we're filling up milk. Well, this is perfect. We can't really do anything other than take care of animals anyway, so kind of worked out perfect. How much, I'm curious how much slurry we have. Liquid manure 6,000 and pigs we have 9,000. All right, that's acceptable. All right, let's get this out of here. It's hard to tell what's straw and what's manure. And I did this again. I sprayed down fresh straw before I cleaned up the old manure. This is just dumb, Daniel. We're just dummy. Once again, I am not a good livestock guy. I need to learn. I need to learn the ways of a livestock. I need a livestock Jedi to teach me the ways of being a livestock Jedi. Oh look, and I'm full of manure and I'm trying to keep on filling up with manure. Silly. Let's dump it on top of this steamy pile. Whoa, that's a lot of weight. Kinda more steaminess. Okay, so is that gonna be a problem? It kind of looks like it's close to that edge. I have noticed that unless you do a tip collision barrier correctly inside Giant's Editor, it's possible to go through walls like that. That's, if you ever see something go through a wall, it's because basically wasn't set up right in Giant's Editor. Yeah. Let's scrape away. Look at this. It's just like I'm doing a field. Back and forth, back and forth. If I just relate everything to planting a field, then it'll make sense and I'll remember to do it right. Like, this is the equivalent of plowing a field. And you always have to plow a field before you plant. And giving the cows new straw is like planting. Whoa, that's a lot of front weight. So yeah, I just gotta equate everything to planting, then I'll be fine. Do we even have a manure spreader? I think that... Did I buy a manure spreader, or did I wait on that? Yeah, see, that's something we're gonna have to watch out for. If I buy another field, we might not be able to buy a manure spreader, or anything else that we need. We do not have a manure spreader. Alright. That's easy. Let's just, we got a little bit more manure in there. Let's finish getting that manure. Technically, in the, you know, the game does not really recognize this manure as, you know, being unclean, right? So I could just leave this, but I don't like to. It's not what you do in real life. You would not let your cows... You would not let your cows roll in manure. That's what pigs do. Alright, and now this is... Oh... I don't think, in good conscience, I can use this for scooping up grass. Because that would be putting manure back in the cow's mouth, essentially. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that to my poor cows. Alright, where did I leave the tractor at? Oh, that's right. It's hooked up to the... Alright, we'll handle the cleanliness issue after we return with a load of milch. Milch. I forget what language that is, but some of these mods, they say it's a milch trailer. I just think that's funny. It's milch. Alright, let's... One way to look is to see if the trailer is full. If we have any milk left in the milk tank. We do have 3,300 in the milk tank, which means this sucker should be full. 30,000. Let's see how we pull it. Oh boy. Alright, well, so far it's fairly easy starting. Let's get... Oh, we're not clear. Get a little bit more. And we are going to work on closing things so that the little cows cannot escape things. And is the other gate over here closed? It is not. We're going to close this. Alright, and now we're going to go feed the wonderful people. Not feed, we're going to sell to the wonderful people of this town some milk. And I think if I remember correctly, the milk sell trigger is... I know where it's at. I don't need to look at it on a map. Famous last words. We can make it down this hill without jackknifing. There's a lot of weight going behind me. I'm not going to try to slow down. I don't want to jackknife. Oh boy. So this is a mod that I have not tested out yet under full load. I did make it part of the more realistic mod, which means I changed the tires to the... Oh, come on. No! No! Oh, man. I don't think we can do it. Oh, man. Darn it. Yes, I know. I know. I know I messed everything up, okay? Just leave me alone. Oh no. No, milk, I need to sell you. Oh, I wonder if this is because it rained and the roads are slippery. I think that's part of it. No! Stop it! You couldn't stop any sooner than that. You just... Yes, I know, okay? I know. This is really embarrassing. You don't need to keep honking. How am I gonna get out of this? Oh no! This is bad. No, no, not more cars! No. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't moving. Alright. We're gonna leave it like that. Sorry, guys. Guess we can, yeah. We'll turn on all the lights. Sorry, guys. We're gonna go jump in the 300. Jackie. Okay, Jackie. What do you want to do, Jackie? Because the other tractor is stuck. What can you do? Actually, I think that we are just about out of time, so that will conclude this episode. And stay tuned next time for the conclusion of our train wreck. Well, car wreck, not a literal train wreck, but yeah, that's kind of what happened there in the rain. Anyway, next episode we will take care of pigs and sheep and the rest of the cows with Jackie. Until next time, don't forget to give us a thumb and subscribe if you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Bye.